A lot of great sporting events take place in the Tri-State tonight. Our golfers teed it up this morning for the state playoffs, but we also had a marquee matchup on the volleyball court as Southeastern welcomed in Macomb on their home floor tonight. The Bombers looking to pull off the road win against a very tough Southeastern squad. Macomb would set the tempo early after a few nice passes. They set up Jack Adair on the outside, and she winds up with some extra oomph on this one as she walks away with the kill. Southeastern would find their groove. They find middle Kara Stevens, and she powers this one over the net for a spike of her own. Suns looking to keep on shining bright, passing on full display as they give it to Kenzie Griswold, who lets her play do the talking. Macomb looking to work their way back into set number one, and they would. Catherine Lucanen absolutely hammers this ball on the other side as they would come back and capture set one. However, the Suns would regroup and win the next two sets and secure the home victory over Macomb. Southeastern's Amanda Stevens registered her 1,000th career kill for the Suns tonight. We have more